Hello and welcome. Tonight, 2 shark attacks in 1 week, but is killing them the answer?
I'd describe it as chaotic, controlled chaotic. Didn't expect him not to make it.
Something has happened. If 120 years worth of history says this has never happened before, why is it happening now?
You could put up no swimming signs and drum lines out and people will still go in the water. That's what they do.
Also, why a young Australian billionaire is pushing the PM over power prices.
Australia could be a renewable energy superpower. We could be exporting massive amounts of power. We could have huge numbers of jobs here in this space. We need to keep Australia looking forwards.
And star teacher Eddie Wu's advice to his younger self.
Everyone gets given their unique gifts and it takes time to discover what those are. Be patient. You never know what might come around the corner that will help you discover your purpose in life.
Summer's only a few weeks away and many of us will hit the beach. This week alone, there have already been 2 shark attacks on the east coast of the country. When a 33-year-old doctor was killed in the Whitsundays on Monday, questions were quickly raised about why drum lines designed to deter sharks had been recently removed. Today, a shark bit a surfer in northern New South Wales at a spot that did have drum lines, perfectly illustrating how complicated the matter is. Michael Atkin reports from the Whitsundays.
The idyllic tourist town of Airlie Beach woke up this morning with a sense of disbelief.
It's beyond shocking. It's unprecedented. I mean, the whole tourism industry is in shock. It's not something that we can be prepared for.
There have been 3 shark attacks at the same place within 2 months, the latest fatal.
We're terribly saddened by what's happened and our sympathies are with the victims' family and friends.
33-year-old doctor Daniel Christidis was attacked on Monday afternoon at a popular harbour in the Whitsundays after he jumped off a paddleboard into the water.
We got the call around 5:45 from RSQ. They stated that there'd been a shark attack at Syd Harbour.
From this helicopter base in Mackay, Central Queensland Rescue coordinated the emergency response.
Rescue 412, Ben speaking.
Ben McCauley says on arrival at Syd Harbour, they quickly realised Daniel's injuries were horrific.
Very confronting walking into that sort of situation.
Daniel was holidaying with 2 fellow doctors who bandaged him and were leading CPR for more than half an hour as they desperately tried to keep him alive.
I mean, it's unlucky getting bitten by a shark, but I mean, you're very lucky to be bitten by a shark and have doctors and nurses on the next boat, or your friends all around you. They're all medical professionals, and you couldn't ask for any better care than that.
The rescue crew decided it was time to fly to Mackay Base Hospital.
We knew he wasn't in a great way. He was showing good signs on some of the flight back, and he was showing signs where he was crashing in and he was doing really unwell. Yeah, he knew he was in good hands. He wanted the help. You can see he wanted the help. All you can do is just reassure him. I was just stroking his forehead. All you can do is do what you're trained to do.
Shortly after arriving at a hospital, Daniel was pronounced dead. 2 other shark attacks occurred in Syd Harbour in a 24-hour period in September. The charter company who rented the boat to Daniel Christidis says he was given a strict safety briefing.
It involved saying no swimming at all at Syd Harbour. It involved sharing, they do with all of their guests, saying no swimming at dusk or dawn, and all of the standard safety procedure briefings around using radios and how the mechanics of the vessel works and the safety around the islands.
But despite the recent cluster of shark attacks, the Whitsundays doesn't have a long history of deadly incidents.
Globally, we know that shark attacks are very rare, but they do occur in little clusters around the world. We know that there are spates of attacks in certain areas, and sometimes this is due to an environmental factor like bait fish coming up close to the water. It can also be to do with humans' habits and the way humans are interacting with the water.
Tony Fonts runs a diving business and knows the shark activity in the area well.
from the surface. Over the 40 years I've been diving here, I've seen a fair few large sharks, and on the very odd occasion, underwater as well. So no, it doesn't surprise me. It's part of the reef ecosystem.
The death of Daniel Christidis has reignited the debate about whether baited hooks, known as drumlines, should be permanently installed at Syd Harbour, as they are elsewhere in Queensland.
The message to Palaszczuk, Trad, Labor, the government, is pull your finger out and do something about it. A man has died. How many more people will have to die in the Whitsundays before something is done?
Jason Costigan is the Liberal National Party state MP for Whitsunday and is furious the Queensland Labor government put in drumlines after the September attacks, but later removed them.
So the Green movement has got the government by the short and curlies, and that's why we saw the drumlines in September pulled out of Syd Harbour like that, and why the government right now is balking at the idea of putting them back in there and expanding the shark control program.
The Palaszczuk government made no commitment today to permanently reinstating drumlines at Syd Harbour, but said they would work with the local community to find a solution.
What the tourism industry is saying to me is that they want long-term solutions, not knee-jerk reactions. And that's exactly why we intend to sit around the table with the scientific experts and the tourism industry to work on our solutions going forward.
And drumlines are a divisive issue at Airlie Beach.
Culling sharks has never proven to be an effective way of making swimmers safe. And case in point, we culled a number of sharks, 6 of them to be exact, in September. And here we go again. That is antiquated technology. There are better ways to keep swimmers safe, and that, of course, is through education.
I think what the Queensland government should be doing, if they invested in smart drumlines, although that still puts the shark on the hook, it actually tags the shark, so we're actually learning about shark behaviour.
But there's no guarantee they will work. Early this morning, a surfer was bitten by a shark off the coast of Ballina in northern New South Wales. Drumlines were deployed at the time.
There's no rigorous data out there to show that drumlines actually save people in the water. We know that they catch sharks, so they reduce the shark population in the area, but we don't know if those are the sharks that are actually attacking people.
The 3 shark attacks have taken a heavy toll on Ben McCauley, who has been a first responder to all of them.
It's tough. I mean, if you went home or you came to work the next day and you pretended like it doesn't affect you, I mean, you're just lying to yourself.